We've got a 45-minute slow flow or move and let go today. So we're just going to be doing lots of sort of constant movements, but holding and slowing down with the breath and into some longer holds as well. All right, so come to child's pose, back of your mat. Big toes touch, knees wide, and walk the hands out in front. Just lengthen and soften here. And just take a moment just to reset from the middle of your day. And just that initial moment of acknowledgement for showing up and taking the next 45 minutes out of the busyness of your day. Find that connection to breath, movement, and self-awareness. Let's take a collective breath in together through the nose. Fill all the way up. Open the mouth, slow exhale out all the way to the bottom. Slowly pull up onto all fours. I'm going to find a few rounds of cat-cow here. So fingers spread wide, stack shoulders over wrists. Drop the belly, pull the chest through. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. And exhale, press and round. Beautiful. Again, inhale. So drawing the chest through, sit bones tilt to the sky. Exhale, press, tuck the chin into the chest. Take a few more on your own here. Just smooth and steady. Maybe closing down the eyes. Soften into each shape. And these next couple, maybe inviting little circles through the hips and the shoulders, the neck. So you're searching for any spots that are kind of tight or sticky or gritty. And start to circle the other direction. Finding balance and alignment here. It's just moving with grace. Beautiful. Start to finish off each side. We'll find neutral spine. And then tuck the toes. Come up downward facing dog. Spread the hands nice and wide. Get a nice firm connection to the earth as the heels lengthen. Upside down V, hips nice and high. And just find space through the shoulders, little roll here. Maybe press the chest back towards the thighs a couple of times. Now find stillness. Lift up onto the balls of your feet. Straighten the legs and a slow tiptoe. Just step the left foot just forward a touch, then the right. Straight legs all the way to the top of the mat and forward fold ragdoll. Separate the feet hip distance. Catch hold of opposite elbow. Option to use a block here if you need. Head hangs heavy. And drop through the brain, drop the day away. And then release the hands to the earth. Take a slow roll all the way up through the spine. Just arrive in your mountain pose, Tadasana at the top. And just find our alignment here. Can you lift and fan the 10 toes, hands by the side. Engage the legs as you lift through the crown of the head. full breath in. Breath out. We'll sweep the arms to the sky. Lift and lengthen the eye gaze. Exhale, bow forward. Bend the knees as much as you need. Take our halfway lift. So flat spine, look forward and step the left foot to the back of the mat. Find your long lunge here. And then lower the back knee down. Come up Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms to the sky. And we're just going to pause here so you can place both hands onto that right knee and then just allow the hips to sink towards the front of the room. Keep the right knee stacking over the ankle. Just soften through the shoulders. And just hold this shape and breathe into your rib cage. One more full breath in here. You can just sink a little lower as you exhale. One more breath in. Slow breath out. Now tuck the back toes. You're going to pull the hips back into your half Hanuman. So sink the hips back. Maybe the left glute is resting onto the left heel, and then walk the fingers out in front. Little bend in the knee as you bow forward. We're not here for long. Just soften into the shape. One more breath in. And breath out. Shift the weight forward onto the right heel. Lift up the left leg and then peel the right shoulder open. Easy twist. Take another breath in here. Spin the chest to the sky. Keep lifting through left hip. Now circle both hands to the mat. Bend both knees, bend the back knee as you bow into your pyramid variation. You can kind of pounce here a couple of times, just getting a little buoyancy in the knees. So you're finding space through the hamstring. One more full breath in. Slow breath out. Plant the hands. Let's step back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, lift the heels, straighten the legs, ripple all the way through into high plank. Lower the knees, push the hips back to the heels. So you're kind of in a child's pose variation, but toes are tucked. Now elbows come down, slither all the way through into cobra, lift the chest. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. We'll just do that on the other side. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Again, use the whole length of the mat here and then lower the left knee down. Anjaneyasana, press into the left foot, reach the arms to the sky. And then hands rest onto the knee. Now just allow the hips to sink here towards the earth. Just observe the breath, just steady and continuous. You might feel the opening across the top of the right hip. One more full breath in. Slow breath out. Into half Hanuman, tuck the back toes. Use the fingertips on the earth and then sit right glute onto right heel. Bend the knee as much as you need and you can walk the hands out in front. And you're bowing over left thigh, left quad. Smooth with the breath. Wonderful. All right, shift the weight forward. Pick up the right knee, right fingertips down, left hand to the sky. Come right up high on the fingertips as you straighten through the right leg and peel the chest open. And then circle left fingertips to the ground. We're going to that pyramid variation. You bend into right knee. You can even lift up the left toes off the earth as you straighten and just kind of bend and sort of pounce here. Find a little buoyancy in the hips, the spine, the knee. Deep breath in. Breath out. Look forward. Step the right foot to the top of the mat and bow forward. Again, ragdoll. Catch hold of opposite elbow. Head hangs heavy. Release the hands to the mat. Dangle, hang heavy here. And then a slow roll all the way up the spine. Circle the arms to the top. Palms connect, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow forward, bend the knees as much as you need. Halfway lift flat spine, look forward. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. From your down dog, ripple forward into high plank. Lower the knees. Press the hips back to heels, modified child's pose. Ground the forearms into the mat. Slither all the way through cobra. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, separate your feet as wide as the mat. So nice and wide, wider, wider, wider. And then walk the hands back to the feet. Malasana yoga, yogi squat. Sit down into your squat here. That's it. So you can bring your feet even wider if you want to get these heels. So even bring them out, way out. That's it. That's it. Nice. You want to work the elbows to the inside of the knees and then press them wide and make the spine even taller. Feel the sit bone ground down. We're going to take a little twist here. Right hand to the inside and the ground, and then left arm to the sky. Peel open. Breath in. Back to heart center. Left hand down. Peel open. You're pressing elbow into knee, knee into elbow. Both hands down. Creep all the way forward into your high plank. Option to lower knees, chest, chin, through a vinyasa, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful focus, yogis. Full breath in here. Slow breath out. Right leg to sky. Bend and yawn, hip open. Take another full breath in. Square off through the hips, step the right foot forward, top of the mat to the outside of the right hand into a lizard lunge. Now, using the whole length of the mat, I want you to heel toe the right foot out to the side, left foot back. And then options here, lower the back knee down and then just sway side to side. You could come down onto forearms, a block, forearms to mat. We're going to hold here for about a minute. So nice and smooth and steady with the breath. Notice any kind of stickiness. Any tightness in the hips. See if you can send your breath to any areas you might be holding tension. Wonderful. So either stay exactly where you are. We'll take this into a quad stretch. Bend the left knee. Right hand reaches behind, catches hold of the foot, and then kick the foot into the hand. And you can square off to the front of the mat a little more. Just try it out. Take a full breath in here. Beautiful. Another long breath out. Release the foot. We're going to take this back into another half Hanuman. This time, grab your block. Left toes are tucked. You're going to sit the right hip down onto the block. So you can untuck the left foot. And then just walking the hands forward. So now we get a little longer hold here. Take a nice bend in the knee. And then bow forward. Just let me know if this doesn't feel comfortable at all. That's it. And then keep this knee as bent as you need. Yeah. And then walk the hands here forward. Beautiful. So another minute here. So we're using a little bit more time and the breath just to find depth, opening up through the back body. Just allow the breath to flow freely. Keeping active through the right foot and heel. Always protecting the joints and staying engaged. All right, one more breath in. And breath out. So I want you to shift the weight forward. Just move the block out the way for a moment. Now we're coming into a different variation of pyramid. So you're going to lift the back knee, heel toe the right foot to the left side of the mat, and then bow forward into your pyramid. So it's almost like you've got crossed legs here. That's it. So we're getting into more of the IT band. That's it. And start to straighten through the right leg, but keep a little micro bend there. You can use blocks, can feel nice. Now we're not here for long. Let's just take 5 breaths here. Just breathe smooth and steady. Wonderful. One more full breath in. Slow breath out. Now look forward to the top of the mat, bend into left knee, and we're going to sit it behind, tuck it behind the right calf and take a seat. We're going to take this into Ardha Matsyendrasana, so a twist. You're more than welcome to sit up onto a block to give you a little more height here. That always feels nice. So right sole of the foot's to the earth. Another variation here, left leg's long, and we twist. So sitting up nice and tall, finding your spine, length through the spine. Again, we're going to hold here for another minute. So without really kind of talking on to the spine or the hips here, we just want that subtle rotation. Everything from navel up, we're twisting, looking over the right shoulder. Feel nice and grounded through the sit bones. Might find subtle movement, energy through the rib cage, the diaphragm. One more full breath in. And a full and release. Let's just counter twist the opposite direction. Little bend of the elbows. And then we're going to make our way back to down dog. I don't mind how you get there. From your down dog, let's take that same vinyasa. Ripple all the way forward into high plank. Lower the knees. Push back through child's pose. Slither through into cobra. Yeah, or any variation that serves you. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, yawn, open here. And then square off to your lizard lunge. Step the left foot all the way forward and through. So choose that same variation you did on the first side. We've got about a minute or so here. So left toes, ankle and knee can all drop towards a sort of 45-degree. Just make sure they're all tracking the same direction. You might feel more external rotation in that left hip. And you've got length through the back legs. So quad stretch, opening, hip flexor. And then there's a rounding the lumbar spine, glutes, lower back. And then we can take this into the quad stretch. If you did it on the other side, so right knee bends, left arm reaches behind. Kick the foot into the hand. Use the hamstrings. And then lower the hips a little more as you peel open. Beautiful. Slowly releasing. We're taking this into the half Hanuman with the block. So grab your block. You're sitting the block underneath the left hip, usually the lowest height, but some of you might need even 2 blocks or the second height. That's it. And then again, little bend in the left knee, fingertips reach forward. Some of you might not even need the block. So just try it out. Feel we're all different proportions. You could sit on 2 of those, might help too. Yeah, try that and then I'll get you. Does that feel all right? And then bring one hand on each of those. Is that good? Yeah. Can you tuck that foot under that way? Yeah. Does that feel all right? Five more breaths here. Beautiful. And then slowly lifting yourself up. Just move the block out the way. And we're coming into that kind of cross-legged pyramid variation. So you're going to heel toe the left foot towards the right side of the mat. You can be up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you look between your legs, you can see that they're slightly crossed. And again, keep a bend in the knees as much as you need. You should feel this in the outer left hip. And just play around, little micro adjustments here as you maybe straighten or press into the toe mound. Yeah, a little bend in the back knee. This doesn't have to be a static hold. A few more breaths. Beautiful. And then lifting the chest, lift the left knee, right knee up, and you're going to tuck it behind and take a seat for your Ardha Matsyendrasana. So again, block can be nice here for a bit of height. And we're just going to twist. Just a few more breaths here. Beautiful. And then counter twist the opposite direction. So both hands behind you, little bow to the earth. And then unravel the legs. Going to meet you in down dog. And from down dog, let's take one last flow. Ripple forward into high plank. Lower the knees, push the hips back to heels. Ground the elbows, slither all the way through cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Actually, let's do that one more time. Ripple forward, lower knees, and just sit back onto the heels now in toe stands. So I want you to reach behind you, grab hold of the pinky toe, and you're just sitting the weight back onto the heels. Now cross your fingertips like this at the heart space. That's it. Take a breath out. Full breath in. As you exhale, press the hands to the front of the room and round through the upper back. Now, next inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms overhead with the clasp. Exhale, cactus, draw elbows down. Inhale, hands clasp back to the chest, sit back. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, hands clasp, sit back. Exhale, press. Back of the heart opens. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Last round, inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, expand. Exhale, cactus. Now from here, either hands onto the lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, or fingertips reach back for the heel into camel pose. Keep pressing the chest forward. Choose your variation here. Hold it here for 5. Crack the heart open. 4, 3. Beautiful. Keep pushing the hips forward. 2. And 1. Untuck the toes. Just bring the left hand on the heart, right hand on your belly, and pause. Take a full breath in. Slow breath out. Going to come all the way through onto our bellies for a Sphinx pose. Have your block handy and just little sway side to side. Let's find space. The feet can be wider than the hips, so space for the pelvis, pubic bone pressing, and finding quite an active Sphinx pose here. Keep drawing elbows back towards the rib cage, hips forward, engage the knees. So that slight compression through the lower back. I'm going to hold here for about a minute. Notice the movement of the breath, the rib cage, the diaphragm. Just a few more breaths here. All right, releasing the hands by the rib cage just to help you pull back up. Now we're moving into a puppy pose. So stack the knees, the hips over the knees, and then walk the hands out off the top of the mat. Lower the forearms down and the chest down. Now I want you just to contain the lower ribs a little and take this more into space underneath the upper arms and the shoulders rather than a deep back bend where you're compressing into the lower back. Option for the chin to the earth. So notice as you just cinch in through the lower belly. This is a beautiful pose to just get a little more flexion in the shoulder joint. Follow your breath throughout your body. Slow and steady. 3 more breaths here. Beautiful. Lifting the chest. Find downward facing dog. Just take a moment to pedal out your down dog. Maybe drop one heel, then the other. Stretching out through the side waist. And then again, we're going to tiptoe. Balls of the feet, tiny little steps, straight arms, straight legs. Keep tiptoeing maybe up onto the fingertips if you need, all the way to the top. Cross the ankles and then take a seat. Take your block with you. Now, I'm going to show you, we're just going to take this into an open twist. So your feet are going to be as wide as the mat. And as you lay down, but you can just watch me for a demo, you're going to drop the knees to the left and then pick up the left foot, place it onto the right knee, and then either cactus the arms overhead or clasp them in your head. So again, yep, lay down, drop the knees to the left, pick up the left ankle, place it onto right knee, and then use that to open up through the side of the hip. Just come back, Mako. Bend your knees. That's it. That's it. There. Just coming to a couple of longer holds here. Maybe just closing down the eyes. You soften a little more. Stillness of this posture. Just a few more breaths here. All right, just come out of it. Reset the feet to the outside edge of the mat. Just a little windscreen wiper side to side a couple of times. And then drop the knees to the right ankle onto left knee. Use that as a weight and then just allow the hips to soften. So offering this posture, this breath, the pose, without any attachment. Just a few more breaths here. Beautiful. And then coming back through center. We're just going to finish with a supported shavasana. So reach for your block, bring it on the lowest height underneath the sacrum, and then reach the legs long to the front of the room. Again, you could reach the arms overhead if you want more space through the chest. And just allow the body to soften here against the block, against the earth. Allow yourself to get heavy here. Heavy, but holding space for yourself. Holding yourself with compassion and gratitude. Holding here without any gripping or clinging. The knowledge that life is impermanent. So you're more than welcome to stay here for the remainder of class. Otherwise, moving the block out from underneath and taking your final shavasana. You're more than welcome to stay where you are if you need more time.